Hello, good day everyone. How are you all today? My name is Hussein and I'm back again to bring you all closing of the week updates that will be helping you to understand the week better and how did the financial market actually performed within the week. So first of all, I would like to actually talk about equity starting first from the probably from the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Talking about equities consolidated on Thursday at the dulge of negative COVID-19 headlines were overshadowed by the reports that U.S. regulators will relax the Volcker rule and allows banks to increase investments into venture capital funds and free up capital that would have otherwise been dedicated to derivatives trades. Well, the risk aversion is in full swing, right? And with the currencies extended their slides on Thursday after the US reported a single biggest day increase in COVID-19 cases ever. Despite the Trump administration attempt to downplay the risk of second wave, the numbers tells us a different story overall, right? So the new virus cases in the three most populous US states hits record highs this week as well. The death toll remains low. The spike in fatalities and also typically increases closer to the 2-week mark. As much as politicians may be trying to deny it, the curve is rapidly moving higher. However, because the spread is actually moving around, but the good thing is that the recovery pace is also there, right? Now, obviously, we've seen that the president and the governors who rushed in reopening the actually economies don't want to reverse the reopening process again, because Americans themselves may choose to tighten themselves for own home quarantine measures and all that, right? So the question here is that, is the second wave of the coronavirus going to hit into the market in terms of bringing another bearish rally? Well, obviously not. First of all, think about it, common sense. If let's say the first wave was bad because nobody knew about it, nobody had precautionary measures, you see, nobody was actually sure about how the market is going to react to that, what are the measures that we need to take into place, right? So obviously it will not be as bad as the first one, but we don't see that to happen anytime soon because the economy is not going to stop. Texas, Georgia and Florida have plunged in the week and we expect more activities to be followed, right? So the US is not the only country reporting increases in cases. Australia posted its largest one-day increase in the recent 2 months. Well, it's normal, this we will be seeing them, but overall we only saw 33 cases compared with 37,000 cases in the United States, right? So according to Larry Kudlow, right, he said that he sees a V-shaped recovery and investors need to trade more cautiously. April and May data will be good, but the improvements will begin to wane in June. Durable goods rose more than expected last month, but the trade deficit and the jobless claims were worse than expected. Looking at on the Thursday economic calendar, right? So we had the jobless numbers over here, right? So nonetheless, the greenback caught a safe haven bid that actually helped extended its gains against the euro, the Japanese yen, and Swiss franc. So let's have a look at you see on euro USD, we saw that it was bearish overall, right? But overall, as you could see, that it was bearish. So now moving on to, let's say, pound dollar, that also actually was bearish. All in all, the resilience of USD JPY has actually puzzled many investors as well. You could see that it has been wait a second, I'm gonna delete some. If I need to find USD JPY here, then let's go here. Right, so as you could see that here, see the investors are actually snapping up the US dollar because Trump may find that the only way to reinvigorate the overall supporters is to criticize other countries and hype up protectionism by threatening fresh tariffs. So as you could see that we saw a USD JPY went up, and then it is actually trying to come down a bit, forming that kind of pattern that will be giving us an idea on how the market is going to react. But overall, it's actually ranging, dropping, going up and down is when the market is not certain. UK's Friday's personal income and personal spending reports may not provide much direction as the sharp falling earnings signals lower income, while the big increase in retail sales supports personal spending. So having a look on UK's Friday's right. So all in all, the Friday's is from the US, right? So that will be having an impact on the US dollar. Ultimately, we also see that Australian and New Zealand dollars were the best performance throughout the week. As you could see here, they were the best performance throughout the week because all in all, overall, they have been trending up, right? So that's a bit of an update. Talking about euro, which actually fell more than sterling despite a bigger improvement in the Germany GfK Consumer Confidence Index and a smaller improvement in the UK CBI retail sales report. So you see from here, let me just let you have a look on the Euro USD over here. See, so all in all, overall, it has actually gone down, let's say from here all the way down, right? So talking about the ECB minutes, right, suggests there's no exit for quantitative easing anytime soon. Policymakers sees weakening price pressures, a downside growth risk, and weak demand. As a result, all scenarios might turn out to be too optimistic for the later part of the projection horizon. ECB member Merz seems to echo this sentiment when he said that recovery is shrouded in unexceptional certainty. So we got to see a break below on this Euro USD, and that will open the room to the downside right here, right? So all in all, that's a quick weekly update for you and how the week has been. I just like to show you how the stock market is trending and what it could be the next move that is coming up in the nearest future. So talking about it, as I spoke to you earlier, that there could be a minor correction coming up, and over here, as soon as it actually falls back onto this trending support, we see a rising trend coming in intact, and this will be providing more momentum to the upside. So however, be patient, we see a good recovery further in the stock market. All right, this is why, as you see on Apple as well, we also saw a bit of correction that was actually expected, which actually mentioned it in my London session forecast, that we are expecting a bit of correction on, hang on a minute, some of these stock, even for Visa, is trending up, forming higher lows, higher highs. It's going to go up, and Apple has been my favorite all this while. But not only Apple, there are many more stocks that you can actually look for. If you need to find out which stocks that you want to actually buy, always come and look for us for consultation. We will help you analyze the stocks, and we will provide you the forecast for the next 6 months, even up to 1 year. That will be very beneficial for you for your investment. So bang, all the way up. So over here we were expecting a bit of correction, like I spoke about it. It did happen, right? And then we're gonna see tonight it's gonna go up, right? So overall, US 30, S&P 500, it's still in bullish steam overall, even though there is a bit of correction coming in from time to time, but we see more room coming up for the upside. So let me just right. So here we are for S&P 5, more or less similarly. It has a similar pattern. It's like almost about to complete the V, which is right here. Very interesting setup here. It's all the way one leg down and then one leg up, right? This, and then we can expect more room to the upside. And this V, we have actually seen it in the Apple and also Visa, right? So if you see this V daily chart, as you could see here, this is what. So in technical analysis, most of these patterns, they happen from time to time, and you can always look for them. So that's that we're looking for S&P 500 and Dow Jones Industrial Average as well. All right. So that's all for this week updates. I really hope that this week was informative, profitable, and also knowledgeable for you. We will be coming back again next week to bring you more updates, to bring you more reviews, London session forecast, trading tips, and also to keep you loaded with the information, the tons of information that you need in a way to become profitable traders and also investors. Right. So for now, I will be signing off, and we will be coming back again next week to bring you more weekly reviews and also updates. That will be helping you towards to achieve your financial goals. Right? So take care and have a nice weekend.